again. Hello, everybody. Welcome to 4 Mics, 13 T's, 1 Ankle Monitor. I'm Gary Blanks.
I'm Justin Hammond.
Hi, how y'all doing? Hope y'all have had a good week. And today we're going to be talking about living in our consequences of our actions. So a little bit, Justin, what is, when you hear somebody say consequences of your actions, what does that make you think about as far as your past?
My actions left me in jail and had my youngins took from me.
Right.
And some relationships,
Busted up relationships.
Yes. Lost family,
Family members backed off away from you.
Yes.
And I'm the same way. I lost family members. My dad, he was one of those though that he thought you should be able to just quit. Why can't you just quit?
Yeah. Yes.
But there's some people that can just quit.
Yes.
But my consequences of my actions, like I'm still paying for some actions of mine from years ago.
Yes.
I have digestive problems from, I'm gonna say, just from eating methamphetamines. It turned my insides into mush, basically. And I've ended up having 2 abdominal surgeries, on my gallbladder. And these are some consequences of my actions. And the consequences of that are, I'm supposed to be on a no-fat diet. I live in the South. What is that? What is a no-fat diet? That's not even happening. So I live in constant pain because of that. It's a chronic pain. I hurt every day. But I've learned to live with it, and there's some medicines that I take that helps me with that. But I will live with this for the rest of my life. There's nothing that's going to change that.
Yes.
And these are some consequences of my actions. Now, like you said, I've lost family members. I was lying to my baby mama. And thought I thought I had her fooled.
Yeah,
I was trying to fool myself too, but she ended up taking my kids away from me.
Yeah,
and you've had your kids taken away from you, right?
Yes, sir.
Give me a little bit about that.
Well, I was messing up, and DFAC stepped in, and DFAC stepped in, took my kids, and I went to jail. And when I got out of jail, that's when I hung it up.
Right. So what are you doing now, though?
I'm in family treatment court.
Right.
And
you paying for some consequences of your actions.
Yes. But it's been great.
Right.
The family treatment court. It's one of the best things that ever happened to me. I feel like.
When you first was having to do it, though, would you feel like it was unnecessary?
No, I didn't feel like, because I was wanting to do it. I was wanting to.
You realized you had a problem and needed some help in making a change?
Yes. Right. And the judge asked me what motivates me to do it. I said, negative drug test. And he said, why is that? I said, because when I started getting negative tests, it motivated me to want to get negative, more negative tests. Right. And I've yet failed one since I've been in there. So.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. I'm going to say I'm proud of, for your moving forward the way that you are.
Yes, sir.
There's you've dove head deep.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Head first into it, and that's the way you're moving.
Yes.
And haven't relapsed.
Yeah, no.
None. So
once I got denial out of my life, then everything started falling into place.
Right.
I was big on that, thinking what I was doing wasn't a problem.
Right.
Till I opened my eyes and seen it. Was it till God opened my eyes and I seen it.
Okay,
yeah.
Right. So do you feel like that? Well, I know I do. We was talking earlier about using dreams.
Yeah.
Now, I see, me having to use a dream as a consequence of my past actions.
Yes.
It's just me reliving my life in my dreams.
Yes.
So you've been having them recently.
Yeah, they more than what they used to be. I know that. Yeah, I wake up mad at myself and mad at my lady too. And when I realize it's a dream, I'm like, oof.
Right.
Because we still having the drug test every week.
Right.
And when you wake up like that, you think, I done messed up, but when I realized it,
I completely understand. I remember when I was about a year into recovery, and I was fixing to get my 1-year chip. Celebrate recovery. And I had, and I'm going through class. I'm in drug court at the moment.
Yes.
So I'm having to tell the people, go over, well, what's your triggers and, what triggers you to want to use and this, that, and other. And I'm like, I don't even have no triggers. I'm not thinking that way. I'm through with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then all of a sudden, I'm working with somebody and a meth pipe falls out of his pocket and hits me on my boot.
Oh, yeah.
The week of me getting a 1 year, I ain't seen it, I ain't been around it, I kind of had an idea, but it's the consequences of my actions. I was actually put myself in that situation to be triggered by somebody else that was using.
Yes.
I knew better, but we had to. But you can't go through life being scared and just not work because you know somebody else is doing something wrong. I mean, come on, we got to make money somehow.
Yes, sir.
Because we're not going to always be self-employed.
No, sir, that's right.
But like I said, though, but I ended up having a using dream, and I went to. I didn't go to work the next 2 days and actually called as many AA meetings as I could. Called NAs, and because I was waiting till Sunday to get to the Celebrate Recovery, but this was in the middle of the week.
Yes.
I had to have something else. So the consequences of my actions at that time, though, was I actually reached out for help.
Yes.
But the using dreams, that's a real thing.
Yeah, and that's the reason I asked you about it. I didn't know if it was normal or what.
Right.
And I didn't know if it was I didn't know if the devil was getting on me or what.
Right. And my wife, she was sober for almost 6 years before she actually, come with me to a Celebrate Recovery. She was like, oh Lord, I've been going through this, by myself, and that's consequences of your action. If you're not reaching out for help, you're gonna struggle in recovery.
That's right. Yeah.
So you coming to me and asking for help, that's a big step. Would you have asked another man for help before?
No.
Yeah. So you just would have struggled it out and faced it on your own.
Yeah. Just me being a man is you don't want to ask nobody, but at some point in time you got to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You're gonna break down sooner.
That's like when I used to get depressed and stuff like that. I didn't want nobody to know I was depressed. And I wouldn't ask nobody, But now I done got to the point where I talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if I come enough to talk to you, I sit there all day and talk to you. But I hate seeing, and when I see people depressed and stuff, I've been there, I've done that. I want to reach out and help.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's something. That
but they gotta want to talk about it to get it off their chest, because stress kill you. And depression, it'll kill you, man. And if anybody's going through that, you gotta get it off your chest. Just talk to somebody.
Right. Yeah, we encourage you to talk to somebody. And the thing is, we're always going to be living in our consequences of our actions.
Yes.
Whether we're doing something bad or we're doing something good.
Yeah.
So for me now, some consequences of my actions now, the way I live my life now, the lifestyle that I live now, like I was saying earlier, I have a 3-year-old daughter that'll say, hey, Daddy, can I pray?
That's awesome. Yes,
for the dinner tonight, or I'll ask her, and there's no cowering down. She just immediately goes to praying. And before, when I was still in my addiction, my oldest daughter, when she was 3,
yes,
she didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, yes.
So now she's 10, and she knows more Christian songs out there than I do.
Man.
And it gets me.
Yes,
what I'm saying? When we're riding down the road in the car, and she's singing to the radio, which we listen to 93.3, the Joy FM. It gets me like I haven't even heard the song, but my daughter is singing it word for word. So I see that these are consequences of my actions.
Yes.
Because of the lifestyle that I'm living now. So for you, what does your life look like now? Your consequences that you're living now?
See, one of my actions. I don't too much remember my oldest boy. I meant my son taking his first steps.
Right.
I don't. And if I wasn't doing what I was doing, I'd been there and. That bothers me,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But now, they're with me 24/7. I don't, my daughter too. I don't go nowhere without them. They don't, I'm out there right there. Well, I would have was seeing them like 2 or 3 hours a day. Right. Now they're with me 24/7.
Right. So was it supervised visits that you had to have?
Well, my sister done a kidmanship.
Okay.
And we wasn't supposed to be around them.
Right.
But, Then I started passing drug tests and doing whatever thing I wanted to do, so I could go back around them. Then when I got back around them, I ain't let them leave my sight since.
Right,
yes.
right. Consequences.
I didn't even want to go to school really because I didn't want to be out around me. But,
right. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I still beat myself up because I have an older daughter.
Yes.
That I haven't seen since she was 6, and I still beat myself up. You know, these are consequences of my actions of my past.
Yes.
You know, which we've been in contact for the last almost year now. You know, through text, which is not, the relationship's not where I want it to be, but it is further than where it was.
Oh yes.
And
work in progress.
Right. But for me though, it's because of where I'm at and what I'm doing.
Yes.
And what that is I go to Celebrate Recovery, and main thing is I go to church.
Yes.
And I don't go to church just to go to church.
No.
I go to church because that's what the path that God has put me on.
Yes.
You know, it's not. I'm not trying to put on a face. You know, a lot of people are like, well, you got to go to church to be saved. What do you think about that?
No, son.
No. I go to church because I am saved.
That's right. And it just starts my week off way better, man.
Right. Well,
and then middle of the week, Wednesday hits in, and it makes the rest of the week just go on out.
Yeah, well, you know, Mondays is always easy though. I don't have the regular. Oh Lord, it's a Monday morning.
Yes.
You know, my hard days are Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And that's because the devil puts it in. You know, tries to do his best to keep me from taking my kids.
Oh yeah.
To church on Wednesday night.
Yes.
He gets at me real hard on Sunday morning.
Oh yeah.
Trying to keep me from taking my family to church, and then there's always something going on. You know, it took us 30 minutes to get set up just to do this.
Yes, sir.
You know
Yes, sir.
There's a message out here. You know, just somebody is going to hear, and that it's going to help.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
So, but the consequences of our actions, though, we keep pushing forward now. And how do you feel about what you're doing now? What is the consequences of your actions look like now?
I feel like I'm doing a great job because, you know, now I'm more sociable around people, you know, and spreading the word of Jesus to everybody.
Right.
Where I wouldn't have been doing that. But now, you know,
that wasn't a priority or even thought about.
No.
Right.
I put Jesus on the shelf, and I went by and just, when I needed him, I picked him off the shelf. But now he's with me all the time.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So you make him a priority first.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a must for me too. And, you know, and some of the consequences of that, and, you know, some people are going to hate me. You know, that's like he said, you know, you know, they hated me. Why would they not hate you?
Yes.
You know, they hated me first. So some people are going to hate me because of the way I act now, but that has nothing to do with me. That's their relationship. That's their consequences of their actions.
That's right. Well, my good buddy, I learned this from you. If you're good this way, everything else works.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
But we, you know, there's some consequences too that I see. I see joy. I see families being restored. You know, there's peace in it. There's so much love that I see too.
Yes.
And there's a little bit of heartbreak too because we see people fall back out.
Yeah.
You know? How does that affect you though?
It bothers me because I got a sister that you know did that, and I done talked my head off trying to talk. But she just ain't ready, and
I feel you.
Yeah, and it breaks my heart, but I can't let it bring me down just because somebody else, you know. Right. So
all you gotta do is just keep living for God, and then He'll do the work.
And another thing with me is a few people, you know, around where I live at, is done seen me doing the job I'm doing, and now that you know, I invite them to church. Now they come to church regularly.
Right, yeah.
So, you know, whatever you do, people are watching you. They watching you. Whatever you do.
No matter where you're at or what you're doing, there's always somebody watching you.
Yeah, and if they see you doing good, then they want what you got.
Right.
And all they gonna get is a little Jesus. That's all. Yeah.
Right. So now you spreading hope.
Yes.
Through your lifestyle.
That's right. Yes.
Right. So how you living now is giving hope to others.
Yes.
And right.
Now you're gonna have haters out there, but you just smile and just Jesus loves you, buddy. Definitely. Jesus loves you. I gotta go.
Right. But you gotta think too, though. You know, and we might even help somebody we never even know that we're helping.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to keep pushing. And you've been called. I've been called. I know this by reading the Bible, and that's another thing. reading my Bible. My daughters at night, you know, some consequences of my actions.
Yes.
I was like, "Are you gonna read me a story about Jesus?"
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
And, you know, and sometimes I'm like, I'm trying to do something else.
Yes.
And you know, and it'll aggravate me, you know, but then I kick myself in the butt. And it's like, look, they're wanting to know a little bit more about Jesus. Who are you to deny them a little story?
Yes,
you know, what's this little 30 minutes worth? You know.
Yep.
But that's what it's about, though, man.
Shoot, yeah.
I love it. We about through. How long? We good? Did he give me a thumbs up?
Yeah, he did. He
got
did.
a thumbs up.
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all got anything. Maybe not. Maybe you got a few laughs. Maybe, you know, give us some comments. Share some of your consequences of your actions. You know, whether it be good or bad. Justin, you want to give a little advice to somebody out there? You know, anything, whether it has, you know.
If you're going through stuff, just, you know, don't be ashamed. Just ask for help. Right. If you're depressed or stressed or whatever, just there's somebody out there that wants to hear from you, and just and they will help.
Yes. Let us know what you think about it. Like us, love us, hate us. We love you. God bless you. Y'all have a good day.